everyone, welcome to my channel. It's actually second attempt to make this video because the first one the voice went down, so I'm recording it again, but hopefully it's gonna be amazing this time. So today is gonna be a very quick video but very important one because it's requested one. I've got the message, Yila, I would love to start, but I just don't know how to even started my healing journey. So if you can explain like what helped you and how did you start it, it will be great. So this video is especially for you. It's about the 5 things I wish I knew before I started my healing journey, and I hope it's gonna help everyone. The first thing I wish I knew before I started my healing journey, and what helps me so much, was knowing my natural rhythm. I made a video about it, about the natural rhythm and how it affects our health and our performance. It's the video about how to biohack like a woman. So after this video, you're gonna see it in this small screen. So just click on it and make sure you watch it because it's very interesting. So basically, knowing your natural rhythm, it helps you so much, because it helps you to harvest all the natural power you have, and following it and working with your natural rhythm is proved to be more effective, and it gives you more result. So for example, before I learned about the natural rhythms, before I start paying attention to it, I was literally running myself down, trying to do so many things, and I ended up being absolutely burned out, and I didn't know why. Since I start paying attention to my natural rhythm, I realized that, for example, 2 weeks from my period, they are the most productive 2 weeks for me. So I scheduling the most important project on these 2 weeks, and the 2 weeks before the period starts, this is the 2 weeks which I have to just chill, because I'm not going to do as much as normally, and that's absolutely normal. So why it's normal? Because your body is saving energy for eventual pregnancy. That's why you are not as much productive when the period is coming. So you have to keep this in mind. So for example, I'm keeping this in mind even with my exercising routine, like the very heavy lifting or the very heavy exercises I'm scheduling for the first 2 weeks of my cycle, and the rest is just yoga and chilling. So knowing this helped me absolutely amazingly. If you didn't know yet, please check Woman of Impact. They have amazing interview with Alisa Vitti, which is the pioneer of female biohacking. And you can get her book, which is called Into the Flow by Alisa Vitti, and it's just explain how to biohack like a woman and how to make the best of our natural rhythms. Number 2, second thing which helped me so much, and I hope it will help you too. It's a little bit controversial, and a lot of people will have different opinion about it, but this is what worked for me, and this is what I actually noticed to be good. So that's why I'm sharing with you. Number 2, do not over exercise. Yes, I was thinking for a very long period of time that I've got a problem with the weight management, and I didn't knew that my bloating is caused by the chronic inflammation. So I thought I'm gonna sign for some amazing bootcamp or something, and that's gonna solve the problem. Absolutely not. It actually makes you feel even more tired. It makes you feel even worse than before. And because you have to keep in mind that the physical exercises, they are good for people who are already healthy. If you're not healthy, if you struggle with some chronic illness, your number one thing and your number one goal should be to get healthy, not to lose some weight or have a six-pack. Nope. Number one, your goal should be get healthy as soon as possible. So exercising is okay, and it could be amazing biohack when you are healthy already. But if you're not healthy, I don't really recommend that. Intentional movement is amazing, but it's actually what it says, intentional movement. It's not killing yourself in the gym. It's not to the point that you literally collapse. It's just intentional movement. So for the very long time I did not over exercise. I just did like yoga even after my operations and even after losing the baby. So that was like very, very mild and very gentle yoga. And I know that it's contrary to a lot of gurus said, but seriously, we are living in the times when we've got a lot of overweight people who are literally malnourished. Their body don't have enough supplements. They don't have enough vitamins. They don't have enough nutrition to literally exist in optimal level. So on the top of it, when you put the struggling body into like very hard intensive workout, that's not gonna be good for you, believe me. So number 2, do not over exercise. Number 3 in my list, do not diet. It comes after do not exercise, do not over exercise. Because dieting is just not good for you in the long term. I was thinking that having endometriosis, I have a problem with weight. So for a long time, I was thinking that I need to lose weight. I didn't understood and I didn't knew that my bloating is caused by chronic inflammation. So as I mentioned before, I try a lot of very intensive workouts, intensive exercises, and I also try a lot of crash diets, which I do not recommend. So for this reason, I don't do dieting anymore. I learned how to live with my body, giving my body everything what it needs by going back to my ancestors' roots. What the hell are you talking about? You might think, Yola. It means like, let me explain to you. I grew up in Poland in the farmhouse, and we used to live in the circles, around the circles. So basically whatever we harvest, we eat. And it's just natural and normal for us. It was that, for example, in the winter time, we don't have a lot of sugar. We don't have bananas. We don't have, a lot of sugary fruits. And today we are living in the times when you can go to the shop, get whatever you want, and you just pump this sugar into your body all the time. So the only one diet kind of biohack which I tried was a keto diet. But I don't see it as a diet. I see it as something would make sense in my head. It makes sense because, as I said, we used to live according to the cycles, natural cycles. So it's natural for me to not give my body the sugar and just stick to the plain vegetables for some period of time. Absolutely natural. But I do not stay in this ketosis forever. I don't do it because I don't believe it's natural. If that was natural, God will create us that way. But we are obviously not meant to be in ketosis all the time. So I just cycle around. I've got my own pattern, and this is what works for me. So do not diet. No, please don't. It's just temporary, but it can cause a lot of damage to your body if it's not done properly and if you don't have already good foundations. Number 4 in our list, things which help me to get healthy and which make a difference in all my healing journey, is to learn how to breathe. And you might think like, what the hell, woman? We all know how to breathe. But believe you me, not every one of us know how to breathe good way. How to breathe properly. How to breathe how we should. I found out about breathing techniques just 2 years ago. And it literally changed a lot. a lot in my life, and I really recommend that to everyone, to you, to check this. Like, for example, I notice that the inflammation is caused by the stress as well. It's one of the factors of inflammation, and if you're inflamed, it's mean it's gonna flare up your already existed illness, and it's gonna cause bloating, which I hated with a passion. So getting rid of the inflammation was one of my main focuses, like seriously. So I notice if the stress is causing the inflammation as well, we have to learn how to trigger the stress. So there's the one amazing breathing techniques, which is called the boxing breathing. And check this out if you didn't yet. It's absolutely amazing. I'm doing this every single day in the morning. And in the situation when I'm stressed, and for example when I need to calm down, or when I've got some big presentation coming and I'm nervous, so that helps so much. The second good exercise is the Wim Hof method, and I'm using this when I need the energy boost, because it's makes you more alkaline. I don't know if you are familiar with Wim Hof. I really respect the guy, because I think he's absolutely amazing. You should check this out. He offers a lot of free resources, so you should definitely check it out. And I'm telling you now, this Wim Hof method is better than coffee, because it gives you like natural energy boost, which is absolutely amazing. So please be aware that the good breathing will contribute amazingly to your health and to your overall well-being. And make sure that you learn and you take everything what is essential for you, because there's plenty breathing techniques and everyone can choose something which suits for them. It doesn't have to be mine breathing techniques, my favorite ones. You can choose your. And just make sure you keep using this, because it's absolutely amazing and so underrated. People should be talking about it and should know more about it. So check out your breathing. And the last one, number 5, which is the sleep hygiene. And it might sound obvious, but it's really not, because I found out about the sleep hygiene and about the good pattern of sleeping and how to increase my deep sleep levels. I learned all this just 2 years ago, so it's not that obvious. Every one of us sleeping, we spend like half of our life sleeping, so it's it's just necessary for us to learn how to make sure that we give our body the most optimal resources, the most optimum tools, so it can heal better, so it can, repair better. Because when we sleep, we are actually repairing ourselves. Our body is repairing ourselves. So we have to make sure that in this deep sleep, the REM phase of the sleep, we get the most of the amazing things which are happening overnight. So what is the sleep hygiene and how that can affect your sleep if you don't have a good sleeping pattern? For example, the coffee affects sleep massively. I don't do coffee for a long time now, for many reasons, and I will touch about this in upcoming videos. But one of the reasons is that the coffee actually affect your sleep, affect your deep sleep, your REM level of sleep, which is the most important one when you're fighting with illness, when you're fighting with any disease. And you can actually measure this. I did. There's some apps existing there which are measuring your sleep levels, your deep sleep. So for example, do the experiment, do 1 week with a coffee and measure your deep sleep level, and then do 1 week without coffee, and you really honestly will see the difference. Another thing is what affects your sleep is the blue light, like blue light from your phones, blue light from your computer, that affects your sleep. So make sure that most of the phones got this thing that protects your phone from the blue light. You should have that really on your phone. Or alternatively, you can buy the glasses, They are very nice, very, very, very amazing. And you can buy them and just work with them, and that will protect you. Also, all the electric things should be out from the place where you sleep. Absolutely. No electric things at all, no phones, no chargers, no alarm clocks which are electric, like absolutely nothing. If you don't believe me how much these electric things are doing harm, please do your own research. And there is the app, I don't remember the name of it, but it's definitely the app which measure the electric exposure in your flat. So I recommend you search for it and download it. I was absolutely shocked when I walk with my phone and it started beeping when the level is above the accepted norm. So after that I really changed everything. And still my husband is sometimes doing something on his phone and leave his phone on, but I'm trying to make sure that all the electronic is absolutely out. Plus 1 hour before sleeping, I'm trying to quiet my mind, which is like reading the book and sending my body signals that we are going to sleep, which is very, very much important. I hope all of this helped. That was the 5 things, 5 very simple things, but surprisingly they are not that simple, because if they were, majority of us would be much healthier, and we are still not. So obviously, even though it's very simple, not many people are using it, and not many people connected the dots, how all of them comes together and how it's affect our health and our well-being. So I hope you like it. If you've got any question, any suggestion, please let me know in the comment link below, and I will do my best to answer to it. And I want to invite you to something very amazing and very special. I'm running 3 months free challenge, and I'm looking for 5 more amazing ladies who will accept the challenge and join our group of radical rebels, the girls who are absolutely radical about their health, their mindset and their performance. What will happen in these 3 months? Basically, I'm gonna take you through the journey, which I've been myself, because I put my own illness, endometriosis, into remission absolutely naturally, and apparently is incurable disease, and we all have to suffer all our lives, which is BS. So basically, I'm doing the program where I'm gonna talk you through every single step. It's absolutely free, 3 months challenge. The link to this program is in the description section. So if you like to join us, please, please, please do it. I will be more than happy to welcome you there. We've got already 5 amazing ladies, and we're looking for 5 more. Group of only 10 girls, only 10, because I want to make sure that I will give you all my love, all my support, all my attention, and that's why I prefer to do it in a small group. So if it's something you're interested, please, please, please check the link down there, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. See you in Monday.